Alright, what's up guys? Kind of a serious topic here. I was not planning on making another video on Quantum TV. I was just going to detail my experience with him, add my perspective, and leave it at that because I don't really feel like I can add too much more to this situation besides just regurgitating the same points that other people have covered, probably in a better way than I possibly could. But anyway, what Quantum TV is engaging in right now needs to be called out, and it needs to be called out by everyone because this type of behavior should not be allowed on YouTube. It shouldn't be allowed on any social media platform, and in all honesty, everyone needs to come together and just completely shun this man from the internet because what he is doing is absolutely disgusting and it needs to be stopped immediately. The behavior demonstrated by Quantum TV in this situation is just beyond taking things too far, and at this point, he has no place on this platform whatsoever. And if any YouTube staff is watching this video by any chance, you need to take action because this man is breaking your terms of service at every given opportunity. He's abusing the copyright system, has been for years. He's ban evading, and on top of that, he is literally committing the textbook definition of harassment right now by tracking down people's personal information and the information of their family members and contacting them in order to intimidate people to stop talking about him. This man has no place on this platform whatsoever, and if you don't believe me, take it from Quantum TV himself.
And then you don't just stop there, you go even further with it, and some of you start doxing and sharing personal information. Bro, ask him. Don't think I'm playing around. I called Act Man's mother to get a hold of him to let him know the kind of damage he was causing, okay? I'm not fucking around with this.
Quantum TV loves to throw out that, he's so worried about his family, he's just trying to protect his girls. Whenever somebody dares to criticize him, he always fears the real world consequences of what might happen if people don't agree with him, God forbid, on the internet. Because, if it was such a concern, why are you posting hot takes and unpopular opinions on the internet if you're afraid of someone disagreeing with you? But that's what Quantum TV does. He puts up this facade of just being a concerned father, He doesn't care that people criticize him, but he's worried about the safety of his family. But yet he takes every opportunity to track down the personal information of those who dare to criticize him and go out of his way to contact them in order to intimidate the person who dared to disagree with them. YouTube. If that is not harassment, I don't know what the fuck is at this point. What is the point of having terms of service when this type of behavior can be openly touted on the platform with zero consequence whatsoever? But that's not even the end of it here, because by Quantum touting the fact that he was able to track down the Act Man's mother's information, he's basically dog whistling to his audience. Hey, if you guys want to find this information online, you can go find it if you want to, and you can do the same thing that I did. And as much as I hate the term dog whistle because everybody just uses it as a buzzword in an argument to try and make people look bad, this is the literal textbook definition of it. He is literally cueing in his fans to the fact, hey, this information's out there. I used it to accomplish what I wanted to do, and you can do the same, because he has a fanatical fan base that he has literally weaponized to harass people online, which is the reason why his previous channels, by the way, were taken down. Once again, YouTube, if this is not what your harassment policy states, I don't know why it even exists in the first place. So the Act Man actually put out a tweet confirming that Quantum TV had in fact contacted his mother, and this is what the tweet had to say. I can confirm that Quantum TV is threatening me and my family with doxing and violence. Even reached out to my mother saying we wouldn't want families to get hurt or involved in this. I wish I was fucking joking. If we see you, Quantum, we shoot on sight, which I don't blame him. This guy is completely unhinged. He has proven that he is willing to go into people's personal lives and knows no bounds when it comes to harassing people online when he can't get his way. I mean, this dude tried to false copyright strike someone's video down and then progressed to the point of finding the Act Man's family's personal information and trying to contact them to intimidate them into getting him to probably take the video down. This is the level that Quantum TV is willing to go to, and it is absolutely insane. I would have the exact same reaction as the Act Man if this dude was threatening my family and then he showed up on my property as well. I think that's a completely reasonable take to have. It's the reason we have the Second Amendment in the first place, self-defense, from both threats domestic and foreign. But the Act Man continues on and says he even makes veiled threats of violence in his latest video around 17:20. You guys are going to get someone killed. Yeah, bro, it's gonna be you if you do anything. Can someone at YouTube axe this guy now? Laugh my ass off. Which, yeah, exactly. Quantum TV is literally sitting here disguising this like, oh, it'd be a real shame if someone got hurt as a result of this. No one is taking it to that level except you. You are the only person reaching into people's personal lives over this entire thing. Everyone else is keeping this purely based on your social media activity. Nobody's hunting down your quote-unquote family's information. Only you are doing that. You are the only one putting other people's families in danger at this point. You alone. You have no right to accuse anyone else of doing anything of that nature when you are demonstrating time and time again, like you have done with Ninjishin, for example, because just the previous night you were posting his real name on your community tab as like a way to flex and show off and direct people towards his personal information, even though he doesn't publicly display it on his YouTube channel. You may claim, well, it's public knowledge, but you knew exactly what you were doing in that situation. Don't play fucking stupid. The only reason you would post his real name on your community tab is to put the mentally deranged fanatics in your fan base onto his real world identity, knowing well and good what might happen, because you claim you're always afraid that it's going to happen to yourself whenever someone dares to disagree with you. So don't even play fucking stupid. But I'm going to go ahead and read Quantum TV's community post that he just made like 2 hours ago at this point. I reached out to your mother to convey the severity of the real world harm you have been causing through your social media actions. I in no way ever threatened your mother or family. I definitely never issued any veiled threats. But now you're calling for Act Bros to unite for Act Mother's honor? This has officially turned into criminal activity. This is a direct call for an uprising, and the threat of gun violence against me? I warned you. I even gave you a chance to stop. These death threats are not okay. I made no threats to appear at your home, and given the last conversation I had with your mother, I figured you'd leave me alone. But here's yet another extremely manipulative post calling for unity as you threaten gun violence. I'll be sending this to the authorities. Threats will not be tolerated. I mean, I don't fucking know how the Act Man is even sane in this situation. After seeing something like this, I would literally be losing my fucking mind at this point. You know, props to the Act Man for handling this so mature, because this dude is just beyond redemption at this point. I mean, the absolute nerve of this mental midget to sit here and lecture people about gun violence when he literally wished that more people died in a mass shooting because of their sexual orientation. This man is a piece of literal human garbage, and he has the fucking nerve to act like he's the victim in this situation when the Act Man points out that if this guy shows up at his house after threatening him and his family and contacting his family members outside of the internet entirely, you know, that he's going to defend himself in a situation where this mentally deranged man might show up at his house. You know, if pointing that reality that the Act Man is going to defend himself and his family makes Quantum TV the victim, then I don't even know what the hell we're talking about anymore at this point, because Quantum TV is the only agitator in this situation from start to finish. His original video was meant to agitate Elden Ring fans. Then he started false copyright striking people who disagreed with him and offered honest critique of his video. Then he accused Rich of Review Tech USA, completely unfounded in any form of fact, of being the white EDP 445 basically, which is the legal definition of slander and libel. But then not even stopping there, to the point where he goes out of his way to find the personal information of people's family members and make threats to them over the phone. There's only one thing left to say in this entire situation. YouTube, get this piece of shit off the platform right now.